BookTube. Kat here, and welcome to my channel, Catadactyl. So today I am doing a TBR for March, and March was monsters. Is monsters currently monsters? I'm currently reading about monsters. Blech. So the books from the store I'll do first. So I picked up two books from the bookstore, Junkido in downtown Hiroshima. So the first one is The Vampire Lestat by Anne Rice, and I know that this is the second book in the series, and the first one was An Interview with the Vampire. I have not read it, I've only seen the movie, but Japanese bookstores are a bit persnickety, so I was like, oh, like what should I do? They didn't carry the first book, so what a sticky situation. But I decided to get it anyway because I don't know when it will be back in stock, and it's better to buy it and read it, and then I can read the first one if I feel that it is needed. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this. This is obviously a vampire book. And from the movie, I know that Lestat is quite an awesome vampire, quite a contemporary vampire. Well, I'm sure he's old, so at first he wasn't contemporary, but now he's kind of contemporary. Anyway, so I'm really excited about this, so this goes into the vampire category for the month. So, yay! Okay, the other one I bought from the bookstore is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. So I know that this has been getting so many great reviews online. Sorry, it's still in the shrink wrap. I haven't opened it yet. So I know that it's about a little boy named Connor, and he's been having nightmares since his mother has been sick and having treatments. So I think is the monster real coming towards him, or is it the monster is a thing in his life? And I know that it is really popular, and I can't wait to read it. And when I saw it on the bookshelf, I was like, this is awesome. Thank you so much, Japanese bookstore, for stocking this for me, because I really wanted to read it, and then when it was on the shelf, I was like, oh, it's meant to be! And then I bought it, and I'm gonna read it this month. So yes, please look for a review for this if you are also keen. So great. Okay, and then another book that I have for this month is Feed by Mary Grant. So this is a zombie book, and this book, I didn't buy it, and it's pretty banged up, and the reason is because I'm borrowing it from a friend. So I'm part of the book club in Hiroshima, and so we meet once a month to discuss books, and I saw this poking out of her bag the last time we were at a book club for Jonathan Safran Foer's Everything is Illuminated. It was like in her bag, and I was like, ooh, Feed, would that happen to be a zombie book? And she was like, yeah, it's a zombie book. And I'm like, oh my god, can I please borrow it? Please. Because I'm reading Monsters this month, and I only see you once a month, and she doesn't live anywhere near here. So I was like, oh man, can I borrow it, please? And she's like, okay. So then I read it super fast, and I'm gonna give it to her back at next book club. But yes, anyway. So this book is set in 2014. They have cured cancer, but what happens is they have created a infection where it basically creates zombies. So this is obviously a zombie book, and it's actually my first zombie book I've ever read. So zombie books aren't really my thing, but I guess now that I think about it, this is actually my first zombie book of all time. So I don't know how I'll feel about it, but zombies are definitely in the monster theme, so yes, thank you, Megan, for letting me borrow it. Nice. Okay. So, moving on to books that I have downloaded on my Kindle, but I don't actually have a real copy of. So, I am also planning to read Dawn by Octavia E. Butler. And I know that Dawn deals a lot with aliens. So, humans have pretty much completely messed up Earth, and nothing exists, and we have basically killed ourselves off, and the ones that are left like are sick or have cancer, and aliens come in and they basically take the people on the Earth, and they have let them sleep for a long time so that they can recover their bodies and recover their like sanity, and then the aliens are going to try to find a way to live with humans, and they have been fixing Earth, so they're trying to find a way to live together with humans and try to repopulate the Earth. However, everything is not as it appears, and so I'm really keen to read it. I have never read Octavia E. Butler before, but I know that she has some awesome followers in the sci-fi community, and as a female sci-fi writer, I am honestly so keen, and I hope it is amazing. So yes, please look forward to that review. Okay, and the next book is one of the books that was on the daily deals on my Kindle. I always check daily deals because why not? And it said Half-Blood, So I was thinking maybe a zombie or vampire or something, and it's by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and I don't know if that's her real name, but I love her last name, Armentrout. It just is like the most epic made-up name, if she's made it up. If it's real, then it's very awesome, and she's super lucky to have that name. But anyway, Half-Blood, and I bought it thinking that, and then also that it had quite good reviews, and people had said, I didn't want to read too much, you know, like when you're trying to look to see if you want to buy a book, you're trying to look for like what it could be about and general feelings toward the book, but you don't want to read any spoilers. That would be like just the worst. So I was kind of picking my way through reviews, and it said, you know, there's these things called daemons that like feed on people, and so I was like, okay, it's kind of like probably like vampires, maybe. So then I bought it, and I'm looking forward to reading it. I don't think it's quite what I thought. I think it's more like Greek mythology, Percy Jackson-ish, with maybe some like vampires thrown in. But anyway, I am keen to read it because Greek mythology has a lot of monsters anyway, so it just might not be aliens, zombies, vampires type monsters. But yeah, so I'm really excited to read that, and I'm really looking forward to it. And the last book, which I have already bought to read this month, is The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey. So this just happened to be a super serendipitous moment with my book club. Every month we vote on the book, and this month the book that got voted was The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey. And I happen to be doing a monster month, and the monthly book pick aligned with my own booktube reading. So I believe it is about a girl who has a lot of special gifts, and she's locked up, and the back of the book says she make a joke like, I don't bite, but then like no one's laughing. So clearly, I think it's zombies? I think it's zombies. Something about the DNA changing and people will attack other people. So I suspect it's like a zombie book even if they don't use the word zombie, but I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm really happy that it aligns with my book club pick, because last month it was FF February, and then I threw in Everything is Illuminated, which has nothing to do with that at all. But I felt like I'd still throw it in to like discuss and whatever. But yeah, so I'm super keen to read that, and I hope it's great. I think it has a lot of really good reviews out there. And so that's the end of the books that I have already bought via my Kindle or from the bookstore. But I also have some of the classics written down, and so every month what I do is I buy maybe 7 or 8 books, and then I plan to read them, and then if I have extra time, like if I have a lot of time after work, or I have a lot of transit time, or if I have a lot of downtime once I'm at work, then I will add more. So some of the books that are on that list happen to be, yes, Dracula by Bram Stoker. Okay, like, so obviously everyone knows that is the original story. Surprisingly enough, I've just never read it. I've never read Dracula, so that is on my list. So if you thought it was really good, please let me know, and maybe I'll pick that one as one of like my end of the month like little tidbit throw-ins. And some of you guys are probably like, why isn't Frankenstein on your list? Frankenstein is my favorite book of all time, so I have read it so many times. I cannot tell you how many times I've read it. I love it, but while it very much fits for this month's theme, I've read it so many times that it wouldn't be fair to read it again when I love it dearly, and I should spend my time reading some books that I haven't read, probably. So yeah, Frankenstein is my favorite book of all time, and if you haven't read it, please read it, and it's just an amazing book. Anyway, backing up from the tangent, other books on my maybe read this month list is Carmilla by J. Sheridan Le Fanu. So when I was looking up Dracula, I also looked up vampire books before Dracula, like preceding, and this book came up. It's actually the tale of a vampiress, and she preys on women. So I almost considered reading this for FF February, but I didn't quite get around to it because I already had a lot of books for that month. So this is on my maybe to read list. I don't know. I don't remember the reviews being that amazing, but I'm kind of intrigued by the book that came before Dracula and is also LGBTQQ. So yeah, maybe, possibly, if I have time. Yeah, let's see. So also on here, there's 2 others. So The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert L. Stevenson. So this is again a classic, and I've just never read it. It's on my list, and I'm not sure which one of these I'll choose, but maybe this one, maybe not, I don't know. All I know about them is what I've seen from the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen movie, so I know that's very shameful. I'm sorry. But please, if you really like this book, then let me know and I will possibly read it at the end of the month. If I don't have time, I may end up picking only one of these books that I'm saying right now, or maybe two, but yeah, these are kind of the books that I don't really know, so if I have time, I'll just slide them in. Okay, and the last book, it's not a book, and the last thing that I'm thinking of reading this month when I was researching is The Call of Cthulhu by H.P. Lovecraft. First off, his name is awesome. Secondly, Cthulhu. I've just never read it, but obviously it comes up all the time in like pop culture and like t-shirts that you see around college campuses and just crazy things. I saw it on a mug when I was shopping for White Day gifts for my boyfriend, and so yeah, Cthulhu is a thing, and I've just never read it. It's a short story, so I'm like, I should read that. I think I will definitely read this one because it's a short story, so it shouldn't take that long, and I probably need to read this one. Like, you should read this one because it's awesome and it says Cthulhu. But the set I'm getting it from on Kindle, it also comes with like 100 other stories. So if you are an H.P. Lovecraft fan and you have read any other stories by him that you think are really worth reading that involve monsters, please let me know which one, because I think for like $1 on the Kindle, you get 120 short stories of Lovecraft. So I'm really looking forward to Cthulhu. I just want to say Cthulhu. And yes, so that is the end of my Monster March TBR. I'm sorry that it's a little long, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And if you've read any of these books, let me know. And please look forward to the reviews. I should be getting them up pretty soon because I'm probably going to do some of the reviews today. Yes, I'm quite sneaky. I've already read some of the books. Actually, I'm not that sneaky. It's because I've been behind in making videos, so I'm very sorry. Yeah, as I said in another video, it's the end of the school year here in Japan, so work has just been really hectic, really super crazy, and yada yada, I'm busy. But today I cleared the whole day to make videos and edit them and so on and so forth, and so yes, I'm quite excited to get back into it, and I'm really looking forward to finishing up Monster March, and yes, so I hope you have a absolutely lovely day. And it is beautiful here in Japan. Spring is coming and the cherry blossoms are blooming and the plum blossoms are blooming, and tomorrow we're gonna go hike a mountain, so I'm so excited about that. I hope you have a great day, and thanks so much for watching, and see you. Bye. Oh, happy reading. Bye.